Let me turn now to the latest is the Muslim issue, and that's certainly generating some controversy. I don't know if you know, but Dr. Ben Carson this weekend said that he would not support a Muslim for president. What's your thought about this controversy?
Well, I have a lot of respect for Ben Carson, and I like him a lot, and we've had a very good relationship. I think that basically if somebody can get elected, you know, they're going to be vetted, and if somebody can get elected, that's all about. It's an electoral process, and I would tend to go along with that.
What do you mean, tend to go along with what? Along with
election.
Dr.
If you win an election, you know, in this country, if you win an election. But I would say this, you know, Ben was saying there are difficulties, and I think everybody knows what those difficulties are, and people want to be politically correct. But there have been difficulties, and a lot of people agree with Ben. I do think that Ben would also agree, though, if properly vetted, the proper people properly vetted going through an election, I think that anybody that is able to win an election will be absolutely fine.
Do I take from that that if properly vetted, that you wouldn't have a problem voting with someone who is Muslim, provided the person agreed with you politically?
Well, they'd have to go through the long, hard process. It's a long, tough road, Greta, I can tell you, and it really is very revealing, and I would have no problem with it, no.
Why is this such an issue?
Well, you look at what's happening. I mean, the world has got some terrible terrorism problems, and it seems to be mostly in that area. And I think that a lot of people see it, and they see what's happening, and they turn on their television every night, and they see all of the tremendous damage and destruction that's being caused. And you know, they hear about ISIS, and they figure ISIS is not exactly located in the middle of Sweden. I said the other day to somebody, you know, I don't notice too many Swedish people going back after the bombing of the World Trade Center. So it's a problem. It's a big problem, and it's a problem that's going to have to be solved, and it has to be solved quickly.
Is there, in your mind, a difference between moderate Muslims and radical extremists, or do you see no difference?
No, of course there's a difference, and we're not talking about all. I know some people, some Muslims who are friends of mine who are great people, fantastic people, and they are concerned with radicalism, very, very concerned with radicalism, as much as you are, as much as I am. But you do have a problem with the radical Muslims and the whole thing that's going on around the world. And, you know, a lot of people don't want to hear about it. They think it's not politically correct to say whatever you want to say about it, but the problem exists, and we have to talk.